Welcome and thank you for joining me for this exploration of TPM Express from Commercial Movement Science and the Performance Matrix. TPM Express then, well, it's 8 new matrices support movement health virtually, face-to-face, and in less time than ever before. So we feel it's a really efficient way to test and report on your clients. So what are we actually looking at? Well, we've got some matrices of just 4 tests, 2 new batteries at low threshold and 2 new batteries of testing at high threshold that allow you to consider either the lower or the upper quadrant. So what are we actually looking at? Well, you might select to just test the lower quadrant at low threshold. Well, then we have a matrix for that. Alternatively, as another option, you might decide you're going to test the upper quadrant and you might look at just high threshold testing. From that, the system will generate a report which you can use to design your retraining priorities for your client. To ensure that there's still sufficient risk reporting in the system, we've rewritten the algorithms that identify high risk and moderate risk for your clients. And to do this, we've considered previous injury, which then feeds into the report that is generated of the high risk areas based on the site and the direction. And from this is where you would decide what matters for my client. I'm going to target that hip flexion on the right. I think that's the most relevant to their goals, their previous injury history, and where they want to go next. TPM Express, these 4 test matrices, tests out of 15. Now what we've also done is taken 2 of our most popular matrices, the foundation, the base matrix, and we split them in 2. This then gives you some 5 test matrices, 2 batteries at low threshold and 2 batteries at high threshold. Again, a bit more detail. You could select to just do the low threshold test from the foundation matrix, giving you information in terms of the upper quadrant and the lower quadrant at low threshold. Alternatively, you might just choose the high threshold testing from the base matrix. These matrices score out of 25, and again, supporting your retraining by allowing you to consider both the upper and lower quadrant at varying thresholds. To manage your client's movement health through the system, yes, you can edit the profiles, you can then run new screens, but you can also compare results. This allows you then to consider where we were to where we are now. This will inform you then of progression, but also acts as a baseline in the case that injury does happen. The system is supported by the Performance Solution. The Performance Solution e-learning is currently part of the TPM Pro system, and 15 sessions to help you integrate that into your center. And what we've done, we've added more sessions to this to allow you to successfully use TPM Express. On completion of the course, there is certification. So please don't hesitate getting in touch with respect to TPM Express and integrating this site, direction, and threshold approach into your center.